Let me start with a confession. I did not grow up knowing how to invest. I didn't have a rich uncle. I didn't have a fancy degree. And for a long time, I honestly thought the stock market was a casino for other people. I worked hard, raised a family, paid the bills, and told myself, one day when there's extra, I'll start investing. That one day never seemed to come. My name is George Edward. I'm in my mid-70s now, and I carry one big regret. I waited far too long to let my money work for me. I wish I had started in my 20s or 30s. I wish someone had grabbed me by the shoulders and said, George, stop parking everything in a savings account. Learn how money grows. Nobody did. Or if they did, I wasn't ready to listen. I finally started investing seriously around age 50, not because I suddenly got smart, but because life gave me a little scare. I looked at my savings, looked at my future, and realized, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to be working until I can't stand up. That was a cold feeling. I had this moment where I thought, George, you've worked too hard all these years to end up broke in old age. So I did something that felt very uncomfortable at the time. I started learning. I read. I asked questions. I made mistakes. I bought the wrong things sometimes. I chased a hot stock or two and watched them go down. I felt that pit in my stomach during market drops. But step by step, I figured out what actually works for regular people like you and me, especially when you're starting after 50. Here's the good news. Even starting at 50, it changed my life. No, I didn't become a billionaire, but I went from I might never be able to retire to I can live with dignity, with choices, and without being a burden on my kids. That's wealth to me, having options, being able to say yes to a trip, yes to a gift, yes to helping a grandchild with college, instead of always saying, I can't afford it. Over the last 25 years, I've lived through market crashes, recessions, housing bubbles, all of it. I've seen my accounts drop and then recover. I've seen what works over time and what just sounds good on television. And I can tell you this with a straight face and a calm heart. It is absolutely possible to build real wealth after 50. It is absolutely possible to start late and still finish strong. On this channel, George Edward Explains, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to sit beside you, like an older friend at the kitchen table, and show you what I wish someone had shown me. I know what it feels like to be behind. I know what it feels like to think maybe it's too late for me. I also know what it feels like a few years down the road to look at a growing investment account and think, why didn't I start this earlier? That mix of regret and relief is a powerful thing. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, I want you to hear this clearly. Your age is not a reason to stay out of investing. Your age is the reason you should be smarter about it. We don't have time for games, for hype, or for chasing the next hot thing. But we do have time to make steady, sensible moves that add up. You don't have to double your money overnight. You just have to get better every year from where you are now. I focus on simple ideas, how to protect yourself from big mistakes, how to let compounding work even if you started late, how to balance safety and growth, how to think about housing, pensions, Social Security, and the stock market in a way that makes sense for real people. No fancy jargon, no scare tactics. Just clear talk about what actually works. I have clear experience in one very specific thing, getting richer after 50 than I ever was before 50. Not because I suddenly earned more, but because I finally learned how to keep more and grow more. And that's what I want for you. Whether you're 52 or 82, I want you to feel less fear, more control, and more hope when you think about money. So if any of this sounds like your story, if you've ever said, I wish I'd started earlier, or I'm scared I've waited too long, or I'm too old to learn this stuff, then you're exactly who I'm talking to. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are just on the edge of a new chapter. I'm George Edward. I started late. I made mistakes. I learned, and I improved my life after 50. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Let's walk this road together, one clear, simple step at a time.